The Union Jack. The British flag, if you think about it, is kind of a Frankenstein assortment of three different national flags. It's a combination of the flags of England, Scotland, and Ireland. Sorry, Wales. But that can't be the end of this video, so let's dig a little deeper here. To start with the flag of England, which can also be called St. George's Cross, we don't know exactly where or how it originated inside of England. It is known that in 1188, the kings of England and France both decided to go on a crusade together, and in order to distinguish their armies, the English used a white cross and the French used a red cross. Somehow and at some time, the English may have adopted the red cross that was used by the French. There is a legend that King Richard the Lionheart on the Third Crusade adopted the symbol for usage in the English crusading armies, but it's pretty unclear historically. The first recorded use of the red cross on a flag within England dates back to its use as a maritime flag used within the English Navy in 1545. During the English Reformation, St. George rose to become the primary patron saint of England, and all the religious flags other than his own were abolished within the country. This left a lot of room for his cross to become even more associated with England. Moving on to the Scottish flag, which is also called St. Andrew's Cross, its origins revolve around the martyr of St. Andrew. St. Andrew is the patron saint of Scotland, and according to legend, he was crucified on an X-shaped cross. The familiar X shape with the image of St. Andrew crucified first began to appear in Scotland in 1180 during the reign of William I. That image would also be depicted on official seals within Scotland during the late 13th century. The image of St. Andrew would be removed to form a more simple X shape sometime in the 14th century. And then in 1385, the Scottish Parliament ordered that Scottish soldiers serving abroad in France had to wear a white X on their armor to distinguish themselves. The first confirmed historical usage of the familiar white X with a blue background on a flag inside Scotland was in 1542, 3 years before the English first used St. George's Cross in their navy. The first edition of the Union Jack flag originated in 1606. 3 years earlier, in 1603, James I of Scotland had inherited both the English and Irish thrones, and in addition to Scotland ruled all three kingdoms. Despite how the three kingdoms were all ruled by the same monarch, they each remained separate. But James ordered a new flag to symbolize the union between his native kingdom of Scotland and the Kingdom of England, and so two different versions were created. There is the more familiar English version of the flag, which was used in England, and the less familiar Scottish version, which was of course used in Scotland. Both of these flags were used in limited forms because both kingdoms remained politically separate until the Acts of Union in 1707 formally united England and Scotland into the same country, Great Britain. After the Acts of Union, the English version of the flag became the official flag of the new country. But that still leaves out the red X shape, which symbolizes Ireland. The red X on a white background is known as St. Patrick's Saltire. It is a symbol of St. Patrick and began to be associated with Ireland as a whole only in the 1780s. It was adopted as the symbol of the Order of St. Patrick, which was an order created by the English King George III. Ironically, as a consequence of this, many Irish nationalists have rejected this flag as a British invention to represent Ireland for themselves. The flag had some usage in Ireland before 1783, but it's rather unclear. It was used on the coat of arms of the powerful Fitzgerald family in Ireland, and it also appears on the back sides of some Irish coins minted around 1480 in honor of the Fitzgeralds. So before 1801, Ireland had been a part of a personal union inside Great Britain, but on January 1st, 1801, the kingdoms of Great Britain and Ireland were formally united into the nation now named the Kingdom of Great Britain and Ireland. In order to represent this addition of Ireland into the kingdom, the flag was again changed with a red X cross so that all three kingdoms would be represented on one single flag. Again, poor Wales, even now nobody has figured out a good way to fit you onto the already crowded flag. Even without representing Wales, this Union flag has remained in place even after the majority of Ireland left the United Kingdom. The red X cross now represents Northern Ireland, which still remains a part of the kingdom. In addition to being the flag of the United Kingdom, the flag has been used on several other national flags that used to be a part of the British Empire. It was a part of the United States' flag until 1777 when a certain rebellion changed all of that. A part of the Canadian flag all the way up until 1965 when they voted to change it. A small part of the South African flag up to 1994 when apartheid finally ended. And continues to remain a part of the national flags of New Zealand, Australia, Tuvalu, the Cook Islands, Fiji, and the Canadian provinces of British Columbia, Ontario, Manitoba, and Newfoundland, as well as the United States state of Hawaii. And as for the English flag with St. George's Cross, it is also found on the flag of Alberta, Canada. With current events like the New Zealand flag referendum and the Scottish referendum to leave the United Kingdom in 2014, the status of the UK flag around the world and the status of the UK flag itself is still subject to change. What would the UK flag have looked like if Scotland had voted to leave the Union in 2014? Would the United Kingdom even have been called the United Kingdom anymore? What interesting future events might change this iconic flag? Leave your thoughts in the comments and don't forget to subscribe if you have not already. Thank you as always for watching.